Hello students, the modern periodic table we need to practice, we need to look at how to draw the modern periodic table, how to remember the name of the elements easily, how should we remember the elements, whether we need to remember in the group wise, period wise, okay. So we'll be discussing all of this in this particular video, okay. So let us start by drawing the modern periodic table. So, in the modern periodic table, there are the how many groups? There are the 18 groups, and periods, there are the 7 periods. Okay, 18 groups and 7 periods. So, let us start. So, first, what you need to do is we need to draw the one column. Okay, the column must have the column must have 7 boxes. Okay, 7 boxes. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so these are going to represent the 7 periods. 7 periods. Okay, and this will be your first group. Okay, so groups are vertically arranged. Correct, vertically arranged, and the periods are horizontally arranged. So once you have made this particular group with the 7 periods, next what you'll do, we'll leave one step. Okay, leave one step and make another box. Okay, make another box, and it will have how many periods? It will have the 6 periods. Okay, so this will be group 2 and it will have 6 periods. So here one step you have left, here two steps we need to leave. Okay, so we'll be leaving two steps. Okay, two steps, and we will be making 10 horizontal, sorry, 10 vertical lines or 10 groups. Okay, so 9, 10. So we have made this 10 rows here. Okay, so 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, so we have got 12 rows. Okay, or what we can say, we have got 12 groups. Okay, let's not confuse with using a lot of terms. Here we'll use just the two terms, that are the groups and periods. Okay, so till now we have drawn how many? 12 groups. Okay, we need to make 18. So how many more? 6 more to go. So after 12, we need to go 2 steps up. So here we are 2 steps down. So we'll go 2 steps up. So that will be 1 2 steps, and then let's draw something like this. Okay, and here how many? 6 we need to make. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Okay, and we'll finish off these periods. Okay, so here there are 2 steps, right? Okay, now here one step we will go up. 2 steps here. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. The 18th is for the noble gases. Okay, that is starting from here, that is the helium. Okay, so let us see how they are named. So this group 1 and group 2. Okay, Group 1, Group 2, as well as Group 13 to Group 17, they are known as the representative elements or normal elements. Okay, so the 18th group is known as the noble gases. Okay, so this is also representative elements 1 and 2. Okay, here 13 to 17 representative elements, 18 is the noble gases, and from 3 to 12 they are known as the transition elements. These are transition elements. And then there is another group that are known as the inner transition elements, okay, which includes the lanthanides and actinides. Okay, so both of these together they are grouped as inner transition elements. Okay, because these group of transition elements, okay, in which the lanthanides, okay, they are including the elements from 57 to 71, okay, and actinides are including elements from 89 to 103, 103. So since all of these are not accommodated exactly here, so this is a more of, you can say, condensed periodic table. So these two groups are shown as a separate outside. Okay, actinides and lanthanides are shown separately in this way. So these are known as, because they are occurring inside the transition elements, they are known as the inner transition elements. Okay, now group 1 and group 2, when we write the electronic configuration, the electrons are being filled in the different shells, right? So if you look at the name of the elements, He, Ina, Ki, Rab, Se, Faryad is nothing but hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. Okay, and 2, okay, this is group 2, to be Mahatma Gandhi, Kar, Sar, Bara. Okay, okay, group number 2. So it is important that we need to remember which group these elements belong to. Okay, so this is group number 2: beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium. Coming to group number 13, see, in the case of representative elements and 13 to 17, 1 and 2 group, as well as noble gases, all of these we need to remember the elements from top to bottom, that is the groups. Okay, so what are the ones are important to remember, I will be discussing here. For example, now group number 13, so simply write 13, 1, 3. Okay, is nothing but boron. So tera ball gain करने वाला जो तेल है, तेल, टीएल, तेल. So तेरा boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium. Okay, so you need not worry about the nihonium. Okay, that's not important. These are all here, they are all synthetic rare elements. Okay, they are synthetic, they need to be made in the laboratory, they are not important for us in this particular study. Okay, next, coming to group number 14, group number 14, 14. Okay, 14s, okay, they fill up a car full of buns, okay, because they have a silly idea to go to Germany and play tin instruments and lead a new life. Okay, so 14, carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead. Okay, this is what we need to remember. And group number 15, nitrogen, NPS, SBI. Okay, non-performing acids, NPA of the SBI. Okay, there are different ways you can remember, you can make your own mnemonics, but what is important is always try to remember which group these elements are coming. Okay, so next, 16, oxygen. Okay, 6 oxygen, ox se tipo. Okay, 6 ox se tipo. So you can work out something better than this one. Okay, next coming to 17, these are also known as the halogen family. Halogens. Okay, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Okay, after that you also have astatine and tennessine. All those things are not important. Okay, just you need to remember fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. For the heck of it, you can remember what is astatine. That's it. But it is not important with our reactivity issues. Here comes the noble gases: helium, neon argon, krypton, xenon. Neon argon, krypton, xenon, radon. Okay, neon argon, krypton, xenon, radon. Okay, so starting from helium, these are all the noble gases. So in this way, what we are doing, we are remembering the elements group wise. But here in the period number 4, we need to remember it in the period wise also. After calcium, what comes? Scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. Okay, so calcium is atomic number 20 and zinc is atomic number 30. 10 groups are there here. Okay, in the transition elements, 10 groups are there. So under zinc, you need to remember is the cadmium and mercury. Okay, in the copper, we are adding little bit of silver and gold. Correct, silver and gold is being added in copper to make the different kind of ornaments. Okay, in nickel, we are having palladium and platinum. Platinum is also very less reactive like gold. Okay, then important one to remember is chromium. In chromium, we have molybdenum and tungsten. Okay, so in this way, you need to remember these are the more important ones. Once you are thorough with these, you can venture into remembering the other stuff. Okay, but this is what is extremely important. So you need to remember what? You need to remember group wise one representative elements, noble gases. In transition elements, you need to remember period wise. Okay, and group wise, you just need to remember what is this one: chromium, molybdenum, tungsten. Okay, and nickel, palladium, platinum, copper, silver, gold, zinc, cadmium, mercury. Okay, these ones you need to remember. Okay, so these are about what we say how the elements are organized in the periodic table. One important last point is that we say that this is known as the S block, P block. Okay, this is also P. This is the D block, and this is the F block. Inner transition is the F block. Okay, so SPDF block. So what is this SPDF block? So you already know from the atomic structure what are the shells. Okay, or orbits or energy levels, how the electrons are arranged around the nucleus. Okay, so the considering this is the nucleus and we have the energy level or orbits around it, right? These are energy levels or orbits. So we are naming them K, L, M, N. Okay, in this way we are naming it. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. So we are naming it in the, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. We are naming it in the increasing order of the what we say the orbits, shells, or energy levels. The electrons are being arranged in this fashion. First, inner shells or orbits need to be filled up. Then only we will fill up the outer one. This is about orbits, but in this one we are using KLMN. What is orbitals? Okay, SPDF. So in your higher classes, you will be studying more in detail about this one. But as of now, what you need to know is that these orbitals are nothing but depending upon their ionization energy. Okay, now for example, the electrons will be filled up sequentially from inside to outside. Okay, so how these electrons are being attracted by the nucleus, because this is the positive charge, the electron is the negative charge, they are attracting each other. So when in this first particular shell there is not much of a problem, it is a direct interaction, but when you go to the next one, next orbit, this first orbit is going to shield, okay, this electron from the effect of the positive charge from the nucleus. So what will happen, this can be easily removed as compared to the inner electron. Okay, so the energy that is required to remove this outer electron will be less. Okay, so but that will be changing as your elements will go. This will be learning more in detail in our uh, further higher classes. Okay, all you need to know about here is orbitals is nothing but the way how the electrons are revolving around the nucleus, or you can tell the position, okay, how they are present around the nucleus. Okay, so that is known as the orbitals. Okay, so these are sub energy levels. If these are energy levels, these are sub energy levels. Okay, so the periodic table, we are telling it as the S block, P block, D block and F block, based upon in which energy level these electrons are being present. Okay, so kindly draw the periodic table yourself, try the different ways how you can remember, okay, these elements, and practice. The more you practice, the more perfect you will be, and you will be able to very easily answer what are the different questions that are going to come from this chapter. Okay, thank you.